What are your feelings on color corrections that contain titanium dioxide in order to cover up carbon-based old brows?
That's such a good question. I really love it. So let's think about what happens. What do we need to understand when we get to a point where the brows need to be corrected? What does that mean? They're pretty heavy, pretty saturated, pretty deep. So I like to use toners versus correctors, let's say, because toners do not have titanium dioxide. So even if I add a little bit more of it, it's never going to be like a mistake. I don't end up introducing the titanium into the skin, right? So I end up warming up. But the toners are a little bit more transparent than correctors. So here's what we should understand. If you are at that point where the brows are like super saturated, super dark, I would actually consider removing the area, the brows or whatever correction is about, versus trying to cover that on top with titanium dioxide, because titanium dioxide then later on is going to create, especially if you end up saturating a lot, then titanium dioxide is going to be harder to remove. It's going to stay there. So it's going to end up looking like muddy and multiple colors later on. So technically you're going to be needing correction from the correction. So I would suggest using toners versus correctors. So that's my approach.